All right, folks. What we have here is a 2012 Toyota Venza. Toyota Venza, we're going to do the front brakes today. Brakes and rotors. All right, so what we got here, we have the Duralast brand rotors. 71915, going with the best pads they make, which is the Elite DE1401. Comes with the hardware in it. That's what you want. Nice little clips, nice little pads. Got the new technology there, right, with the little round circles there to fill in the grooves if you're using an old rotor. But I always recommend new rotors. Okay, look at the old rotor here. See, this is the old rotor. You see it's all rusty. Okay, and you're also going to feel a little lip. Get a little screwdriver here for you. See that? Right there, this is the lip. All right, so it used to be that thick, and it wears out, and that's why you have that little thick lip there, and you have the little grooves. All right, if you look closer, you can see some little stress cracks there. All right, it's got about 2 years on this rotor, almost 2-3 years. All right, we don't really drive it that much, but northeast weather will kill it. All right, so what we're doing here first is take off the caliper. These are 12mm bolts. One here, one there. If you need a little help taking it off, you stick a little screwdriver in here like this and just pry it up out of the way. Oh, I gotta get my little hook over there to hold up the caliper. I'm gonna pause you for a second. All right, so here's my little hook there, little plant hanger. Once you take the caliper off, like that. All right, it's a dual piston there. All right, we have to push those pistons in. Just hang this up, out of your way. Oh, okay, do it this way. There you go. All right, hang it out of the way. Make sure you don't pull on that hose. And that's good to go. Now, these have little clips on the side. All right, right on top. They're basically designed to just pull the pads away. So when you're not using the brakes, it pulls it away, less wear and tear. Not sure if the new ones come with it. They should. But if the old ones are good, reuse them. All right, just got to squeeze them in. Yeah, pull them out. There you go. Go wire and brush them up a little bit. Make them nice and neat. There you go. Come on, spin off. Give it a little shake, give it a little wiggle, and it'll come right out. All right, the pads come out. There you go. Talking about getting your money's worth, huh, guys? Look at that. That one's gone. This is the next one that's going to come out. There you go. Look at that. Pretty thin. Brake pedal gets a little lower. And then, over here, these are 17s back here, people. 2 17s. One there, one here. Oh, that one's got to be ratcheted out. Sometimes they spin like butter. Sometimes they've been there for a while. All right, this is the hardware you're going to change after you wire brush and clean the whole bracket. There's our dog Peter barking at somebody. All right, let's see. Spin this off. Oh, come on. There you go. That off to the side. There's your one. We'll get the two. These pins, don't forget, they have to slide nice and easy, okay? Make sure they slide nice and easy. If not, take them out, sand them, grease them up a little bit, okay? They have to move. If you find them binding, yes, change them. All right, so that bolt comes off. This bracket comes off in your hand. There you go. All right, you're gonna wire brush everything. You're gonna change those clips. One on top, one on the bottom. All right, now we're gonna get to the rotor part. All right, this rotor is just slapped on just like that. Since we don't care about the old rotor, we're gonna hit it with a nice sledge and knock it right out. Let's look at the back here. Yeah, you can see on an angle here, you see how the groove is? Okay, it's cut into the rotor. It's pretty deep. All right, time for a rotor. So I'm gonna set you up over here. I'm gonna hit this with a nice little sledge and get it to pop out. All right. All right, so here's the part we're gonna hit it with a sledge. Nice little short handle sledge, right on the side. Look at that rust. Wow, 3 years of this. Let's try some PB blaster in there. Let's soak it up a little bit. All right, get the little PB blaster there. Dun, 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 dun. Spray some through the holes so it gets to the back. You can hear the rust coming out of there. Give it a little time. Take it to the sledge again. That's it. Take it out. And that's what it looks like. Lay it down on your ground. All right, now we're just gonna clean up this whole area. We're gonna clean up a new rotor and we're gonna put it on there. There you go. So I brushed it all around. You guys had a problem taking your aluminum wheels off of this. It's because there's a lot of corrosion in here from the two types of metals, the aluminum and the steel hub. So right here has a lot of corrosion. What you want to do is take some sandpaper, sand it all down, sand the back of your rim a little bit with that corrosion. Put a little anti-seize in there and you'll be good. This is just a regular brake cleaner. I want to get that PB blast off. All right. Now we're going to go get the rotor and clean the rotor. Right? Rotors come with a coat of oil around it. So you want to take that oil off, otherwise it's going to heat up. It'll soak into the brake pad and you might have some noise down the line. All right, let's go get that rotor. All right, so here's the rotor. Take it all out, take it out of the bag. Take the little coating of oil off of it. Try to get yourself a nice new rag and we'll spray the crap out of it. All right, let's go get a new rig. All right, so what we're doing here is basically cleaning the rotor surface. Like that. Get a nice clean rig. Clean up the whole area because this rotor is going to get very, very hot. So you have a little coating of oil in there, it's going to smoke. So don't be afraid that it smokes. That is normal. Okay. Roll up. Don't forget the edges over here. The oil in there, nothing you can do about that. oil in there, nothing you can do about that. But you just want it off the surface itself. And with that, when you go to grab it, you can use the same and just grab it from here. Do not touch the surface of the rotor where the pad's gonna go. All right. All right, I'm gonna set you back over there so we can see how we mount this bugger. All right, let's get that rotor. All right, gonna mount this little rotor here. Put it right in there. You want to secure it from falling off. Just screw one of your lug nuts in there. That will support it. All right, so it doesn't flop out on you while you're putting this bracket on, because you don't want the bracket to touch the rotor either and damage it up. So now what we're going to do here is going to pop those clips off of there. 1, 2, and we're going to wire brush this whole thing, shoot it with some brake cleaner. All right, that's the next thing. So basically these clips just pop right out. You got to change the clips, people. Okay, you buy the cheap pads with no hardware, you're just asking for trouble. All right, take it out, wire brush this area. Okay, because if you have rust in there, the clip is going to sit a little higher, and when it sits a little higher, it's going to bind the brake pads from going back and forth. All right, like I said before, double check these, make sure they glide nice and easy, which they do. Okay, that's it. We're going to wire brush that and put some new clips in there. Let's go and do that. All right, now that we cleaned the bracket up, cleaned the caliper up a little bit, sprayed it with brake cleaner. Check out the brake pads. Look how much of a difference it is. Look how thick that is compared to what the old one was. Look at the old one. Look at that. Hardly anything there. See that? That brake pedal is going to come up nice and high now. All right, the one with the clip is the one that goes on the inside. All right, so here we are up to the bracket. Nice wire brushed, as clean as it could be, sprayed with a little brake cleaner. These clips, they only go on one way. You can't mess them up. Look at that. Once it's wire brushed, nice and clean, no rust. Slides in there just like that. And now we're going to put this over here, and we're going to put the bolts on. Let's find the bolts. Remember, the rotor is held on with that one lug. Go nice and easy. You don't scratch up anything. I'll try to attach it to that one bolt. Gotta wiggle it around to find it, but it's there. Good. Usually when you catch one, the other one line up perfectly. All right. There you go. Get my tools to go tighten it all up. All right, so now once you put the bracket on, you tighten it to specs, put your brake pads on. You're going to go a certain way. Of course, they don't go this way, they go this way. And of course, they don't go with the metal side in. The material has to touch the rotor. So, you either go with the top first, or bottom first, whichever way you got it. It'll fit it. Sometimes it only goes one way. Let's see. I'm gonna go down here, buddy. You can't see. There you go. Now, of course, the new ones did not come with these little clips. I like to put them back on if you have them. If they came apart, I don't even know if they even sell them anymore. But the provision with the holes are there, so get them. All right. What we've got to do, we got to push the caliper back in. Got to push those pistons back in. There's a tool. You can use a C-clamp with an old brake pad and push it in. Otherwise, you get the tool. Let me go get that tool for you guys. All right, here's that tool. It's a pretty simple tool. All right, right here. Goes right into the pistons here. Like that. Okay, and it's gonna hold on to the side. Set it up for you. All right, just like that. The black piece holds on to the back of this caliper here. And we're gonna push it in. And squeeze it in like a cork gun. All right. Nice and easy. Oh, the wind knocked everything down. All right. Nice and easy. It should go nice and easy. Okay, if it's binding a little bit, might be time for a caliper. Oh, nice and easy. See that right side caliper? See that boot there? We're gonna have to push that boot in once we get it down a little further. Okay, that's as far as it goes. I'm going to release it. I'm going to push that little boot back in there. All right, let's get my tools. So you get a little nice, little tiny screwdriver, and you're pushing the little bubbles. All right, just nice and easy. You do not want to puncture that seal. All right, so I go on a nice angle like this, and it folds up instantly all the way around. You might have to hold this side with your finger while you're making it go around, because sometimes when you push this one in, the other part comes out. All right, so there you go there. Now, of course, the box of brake pads comes with some lubricant. Okay, what you can do is you're going to put it on the piston side. Okay, one here, one here. And you're going to put it on the metal side over here. All right, that's where the lubricant is going to go. And then you're going to put your caliper right back on. Don't forget those two little springs on there. All right, so let me get the lubricant so we can do that. All right, we'll put the lubricant on there. Look at that. Nice and clean on the pistons. Put them on the back side over here, the 3 bridges over there. I put the clips back on after I wire brushed them. So now we're just going to put the caliper back on. Put back the 2 12mm bolts. Let me set you up here because I'm going to need 2 hands to put this little sucker back together. Put on some gloves. Work smart. There's no reason to work dirty. Not when they sell gloves. All right. Make sure that your hose is not tangled from flipping it 10,000 times over. And the piston should, the caliper should just sit in there with no problems whatsoever. And then you're going to tighten up your 12mm bolts. The specs. Take the wire off, otherwise you're going to forget it. And once you tighten that, folks, this side is done. Then off to the other side. And don't forget, before you move the car, make sure you pump up the brakes. Okay, because right now the brake pads are not touching the rotor. If you were to put this in drive right now and drive it, it's not going to stop. You're going to panic and you're going to end up pumping up your brakes. And hopefully you don't hit something before then. All right? Remember I told you about the sliding caliper? Okay, it's going to slide. That's what it's designed to do. All right? That's it, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. Ciao.